Alright, hi guys. So, it's been a while since I've last uploaded. I uploaded a few montages, but more or less I've been gone basically because Hypixel became Hypixel and started lagging out for me. But yeah, in this video I want to showcase a solos grinding strategy that I sort of figured out a bit back, and it's been working wonders for me. I've been getting pretty decent win streaks before losing. Nothing too crazy because I'm not really going so hard on it, but being able to get like 15-20 solo wins in a row before losing is a pretty decent win to loss ratio if you ask me. It's a really dumb strategy, but it's fun, it's easy to pick up, easy to learn, and I hope that with this strategy you guys can get a lot more wins with it. So yeah, let's get into it. Also, the way that this video is gonna work is basically I've recorded 3 games where I used this strategy, and you guys can see in the top left hand corner my session stats, so you can see that the games are one after another, so that the claim of it being a win streak strategy kind of holds up. And yeah, this video is gonna be more of analysis of what happens in the game, like my thought process, and I think that will be a good way for you guys to really understand the strategy, rather than like my normal videos where I'm sort of playing while talking, or I'm just full talking while showing clips. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so first you start by getting 16 iron and 4 gold. You have an option of getting TNT and wool or wood and wool. I normally go with TNT because I'm not really the type who does defense all that much. Like, I believe if someone's at my base, then my bit is gone anyway. And TNT can help me TNT jump or break the enemy's defense on the first rush. Now, speaking of the first rush, that is the one thing you can't skip out on. Any strategy or grinding method always will need you to take out your first rush, so this first rush is always the most skill based and sometimes luck based fight of the game. There's no real way around it. Bridge to their base and kill them. For Asho, normally it's a diagonal rush, but keep an eye out just in case anyone rushes wrongly. Try to make your bridge from your base to the Dire Island quite sparingly too. Make it a bit linear, cause you don't want too much height so that you can save blocks to get height and put TNT on the opponent. Now that you're done with your first rush, all you've got to do now is get started with a strategy. So what you want to do for the strategy is you want to go to mid right after your first rush, and you're going to collect the emeralds. And you have 2 options here. You want about 40 blocks to go around mid safely. So if you don't have enough blocks from your first rusher's base, then you can go back to your base, buy something with diamonds, and then go out. Or if not, then you can just store the diamonds, grab the emeralds, and come back. This is also another reason why Asho is probably the best map for this strategy, because Asho is arguably one of the easiest maps to harvest all the emeralds on. This is nothing really new. At this strategy of rushing mid after the first rush in Asho, this is nothing really new. A lot of players normally do this. They grab 8 emeralds and they buy obsidian. Then you can rush around normally and you don't have to worry about your base. And if you want to do that strategy, then go for it. It's definitely a very good and tested and proven method of getting win streaks. But for us, what we're gonna do is something weird. We're gonna buy a jump potion and some bridge eggs. Now, you don't want to put way too many emeralds on you at once. You don't want to buy like 8 bridge eggs and run around with that. Just buy enough to get buy something like 2 bridge eggs and a jump potion, and then find a target that you want. Normally go for a bit that doesn't have a rush at the moment, and they might come for you. So for me, it's grey right here. So I use both bridge eggs, and this is the PowerPoint of this strategy. Asho is a very slow moving base, and I thought he was gonna run back for me right here, by the way. That's why I did that. To put it simply, Asho is a super slow moving map because of all the different jumps and small bridges you gotta make to go from one side to the other. Especially if there's no bridge already made, it takes a while. So being able to throw bridge eggs and run around faster than other people just gives you a massive advantage in the game. Right here, the grey guy got away, so instead of buying emeralds and stuff, I just went to kill him with a stone sword, and he dropped 4 emeralds and 5 diamonds. Here I just void the diamonds and emeralds because this guy has height over me. In a situation like this, you don't want the guy to get the resources, because if he got the 4 emeralds for example, then that's enough for him to invis rush me, that's enough for him to just buy a pearl and get me, and it's better to just die with the stuff. He lands a crazy ladder clutch there, really nice one, and I win this fight just purely by luck. I should not have won that, but quite lucky, and now I can actually play with that to my advantage. And because I kept my emeralds in my ender chest instead of walking around with them and dying, now I can buy whatever I need to rush white at the base next to white. And that's kind of the idea. You buy enough for a rush, you get through with the rush, and then you go through with it. So here I'm rushing white. Without having these bridge eggs, I would have to take a very obvious linear path to him across his bridge. I have to play into his advantage, and here I didn't realize that I had mining fatigue until it dropped, so I just went up here and waited since my invis outlasts the mining fatigue. And here I can just mine it, and after that it's just a simple fight. And there we go. Just use your bridge eggs to get weird positions around the map and you can get some easy rushes. Alright, so going into the second game right here, the teams are a little bit better, a bit harder for me to fight, and if you see here, I actually messed up my first rush here. We traded instead of me getting the win here. I should have landed at clutch, but unlucky. And so here, this is the thing, you might find yourself in situations like this where you have to go back and forth a bit for the first rush, because like I said, the first rush is super luck based, and honestly a lot of things can happen in the first rush. Normally if you lose a game, it's often because either you spend way too long with your first rush and that you can't really blame yourself for that, or number 2, you lose your first rush. Right here what I'm doing is, because I took a bit longer for my first rush, the diamond generator had capped out, so there were already 4 diamonds in the generator, and if there's already 4 diamonds in a generator, even if it spawns another one, it won't add to it, it won't become 5, it will stay at 4. So what I did there was I just took it out of the generator, threw it at the side, so that when I came back there would actually be another diamond. And you can do this a lot with a lot of generators. For emeralds, they cap out at 2 emeralds, so if you get some crazy timing on the generators and you think that you can get like maybe 1 or 2 extra, then yeah, just store it at the side, come back for it. But because of me storing it there, now I have 5 diamonds and 8 emeralds, and I'm in a really good position. I can buy sharpness and a trap, so I know not to void if it's too late. And here I'm just getting myself decked out with some items. I'm buying 3 bridge eggs instead of 2 this time, because I wanna probably rush a base a bit further away. And TNT rushing is probably the best idea, since you would normally have a jump potion. And if you see here, what I'm doing here is I'm just using bridge eggs to traverse this whole entire section, and blue's fighting red, I can see at the corner of my screen, so there's no real rush. But I don't really want the blue to die and respawn here, because then if he has a trap, which he doesn't, then I'm gonna have to deal with it and stuff like that. Take your time and look around, because for example in this situation, right, I have a dilemma here. I can either go for the blue guy who's in a base buying stuff, who has iron armor, and I don't have armor, I just have protection and I have pots and stuff. Or I could go for white team, who, you know, I have the stuff to break a bet, I could fight this. Right here, white has the height advantage over me, so I don't want that to happen, so I jump out, build up a little bit, and use this bridge egg. And you see the power of the bridge egg right here. It sounds so weird to say it, but without the bridge egg right here, I would have had to go to him and he would have won the fight. I also thought he was gonna run back, so I built up. And since he ran away, I'm just gonna avoid. Right here, I couldn't find white. I was looking for him. Blue had fallen into the void already. So whenever you're in a situation like this and you can't find a guy, always remember that you can buy trackers, especially at the end of the game. And this won me the game because I instantly knew he was here. And since he's coming here, he has to take a fight with me, and I am way better. I have way better odds in that situation, and it's another easy win. Alright, so now I'm on the final game. I'm just starting it off like how I usually would. Get your 16 iron, go through the normal motions, put a bit defense, do a bit of a sparing bridge to the diamond generator, and rush your first base with TNT. It gets really easy after enough times, because you start to realize things that you can use to your advantage. Like for example, I could have dropped for the bait there, but since I have TNT I might as well just do that. And here I take the fight. Really messy though, I don't think I should have won that, but he did not aim well. So now that I'm back at the base, I managed to get 4 diamonds, I managed to get my 8 emeralds, and what I'm buying here is a jump pot and 2 bridge eggs. And right now only me and yellow have taken out our first rushes. Me and blue, sorry, I keep getting messed up. So I can just go for here because the green base is across the whole entire map. I don't have to worry about them or anything. Here I can jump pot, and I thought he would have mining fatigue, but he didn't, so I'll just drop the TNT here and get the bed, clean it up. Aqua also got yellow's bed, which is really useful for me because now I can just play for finals. That was a really messy fight, by the way. Try not to jump around so much like what I did there. That will get you killed sometimes. So right here, since I know that I don't have to play for a bid or anything, I'm not gonna pick up the emeralds and such. I'm just gonna go for a final kill here. And I made a big mistake here. I shouldn't have the TNT on me since I'm going for final kill. But lucky for me, this guy does not realize that I am behind him, so yeah, it's pretty easy to get that. So now I take the emeralds, pretty simple, get the jump potions and get the bridge eggs. And now if I look at the map, right, there are 4 teams alive. There's red, blue, white and grey right now, right? Red and grey are first rushes, so I don't have to worry about them. They're still fighting. I can see in the chat as well, they're killing each other. And I spotted blue running to mid, so right now using bridge eggs, instead of having to slowly traverse mid and maybe deal with blue trying to bridge towards me, I could just bridge egg over here, and now I'm way faster than him. He has to take the run back, and looking at the way that he's playing with no bed defense and all, this guy was probably rushing obsidian, which would make sense. It's very smart to do. Make sure that you always kill off people who you break the bed, because if not, they're gonna target you. And there I got really lucky. He was way more stuck than me, but I managed to get a combo on him. I was lucky because he gave me some emeralds as well, so I was able to buy some items as well. I was able to get more bridge eggs than I should have. And right here I see red and grey still in their stalemate. So since red's to my side here and I see him on the bridge, I can just bridge it over here. And look at this situation here. If I were to go here without the bridge eggs, then I'd have to be sandwiched between the 2 of them in the middle there, build up to them, get tapped off and stuff. Here I can easily just use the TNT and the jump potion, get this. And this is a really easy kill. He's trying to run away. I can get a final there. The light bag is really lucky as well. Grey team gets a really nice hit on me here, so I have to get out of the situation. So when you get into something like this, you can try kind of dumb stuff like what I'm doing here. I'm going for a really risky play, trying to, I don't know, just go for something nice, and I'm lucky it pays off. And now I can use the generator here and try to fight back. What I'm about to do here is something you should never do. Always remember that when you have jump potion, it's really hard to control. And right here I throw the bridge egg, I hit my head and I kill myself. But the fact is, I did actually keep 1 spare emerald in my ender chest just in case I messed up, and that actually came in clutch here because now I can buy a bridge egg and just go to his base from my base. So if you see, there is 1 big balloon to the left of all these middle balloons, and the distance between this side balloon and a base is normally 1 bridge egg. So here I just needed 1 and I got a perfect bridge right to his base. I was gonna wait for TNT. I wanted to check if he had obsidian, but he didn't, so I just broke the thing. And here I'm just bad. So yeah, tactical void. And lastly, after a while, I just ended up having a pretty nice 1v1 with this guy at the end of the game. He potted up, I went in for it, I got railed a little bit, and then I managed to get the combo on him. And yeah, pretty easy way to get a win streak because no one really expects you to run around this way. And you can see around the map how there are such weird creations with all the bridge eggs and such. So yeah guys, that's basically all there really is to the strategy. Simple, easy, it's a good way to move around the map, it's easy to pick up, and yeah, I hope that you guys can get more win streaks and solo wins with that. Solos is definitely one of the more difficult modes to get into because you have no one else to rely on, and players in solos can be quite sweaty sometimes. So yeah, hopefully this helps you guys out. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.